Tonight's show is brought to you by
Muso's Corner. Can you edit that bit out too, please?
Just keep going.
All right.
Can you edit it? Make sure you edit it. You don't want to look silly.
Too late.
Ready?
I need Michael for that.
5, 4, 3. Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of the Nighttime. And joining us tonight, Big Andy, we've got the Crazy Lady and Jono.
Hi.
Howdy, how we doing?
Yeah, good. Wasn't the result we wanted, well, for some of us this week, but yeah, move on to next week.
The following segment brought to you by Steak and Chops.
Yeah. I know, Melbourne.
Career review. Well, Melbourne. Would they have beaten it? Would anyone have beaten them on the weekend?
No.
You know, they were pretty red hot.
I was getting close to them. They put 40 on the Roosters a couple of weeks ago.
Who's Penrith got this week?
They've got,
It's Melbourne the week after, isn't it?
yeah, no, I can't remember. I just had a
Interesting game.
mental blank.
Yeah, will Cleary be back or?
No, I think Lulai's back.
We've got the
Luai's
Broncos.
back
We've
this
got the
week.
Broncos.
Yeah, they got the Broncos this week, then Melbourne. So
Yeah,
that'll.
Luai's back.
Yeah, is Cleary back the week after?
They think he might be back for the Melbourne game.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that'll be
they're
interesting.
the only team that have got any chance, really.
That's what I mean. I think that will give us an indication of how good Melbourne is. If,
Melbourne are pretty good.
that's what I mean. But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's the grand final at the moment.
Everyone's giving Melbourne 40 start at the moment.
Unfortunately, we give them way too much start,
Yeah,
but
we did. But
yeah, a few things from there. But yeah, a bit of nerves maybe too from Dom Young.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It wasn't his best game for the Knights, but
No, it wasn't. But people have got to remember he's 19.
yeah,
He's
19,
only a young
19,
bloke.
So yeah, a couple of people were disappointing, but
Oh,
they get a chance on the weekend to bounce back, I guess. And
that's right. But like they're only human.
yeah, of course.
They're hurting too.
Yeah.
Let's just support them
Yeah,
regardless.
that's right, that's right. Any other week they make a little error, they can sort of cover it up, but you can't do that against Melbourne. They jump on everything. And the
That's
ball
right.
bounces their way, and they're freakish at the moment.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Jono?
Yeah, it was hard. Oh, I thought it was a close game for the first 10 minutes, and then Storm just
Wheels
clicked
fell
into gear.
Yeah.
The wheels fell off, and it was all over before you knew it.
Yeah, that's right. Down 30-0 at half time,
And then we lose KP. Well, what do you think of that?
I thought it was contact with shoulder to the head off the ball. I think that's all you need to say.
I can't.
KP was probably, I don't know. He's probably in his trajectory, but
I can't believe, but it wasn't even. The video referee didn't intervene and go, okay, it's on report.
yeah.
We'll give it a penalty.
Yeah.
And let the match review sort it out.
Yeah,
Just let it go.
I thought it was a sin meeting, I'll be honest. But,
Well-
but anyway,
But even, as something as little as that, it's on report, they get the penalty and let them sort it out.
yeah.
Not even that.
It took Ponga out of the game.
That's right.
Ponga didn't come back, and
If it wasn't late and high or whatever,
yeah.
why is he going for HA?
Yeah, nah, it was late and high. It was shoulder, contact to the head, off the ball.
Yeah,
But
anyway.
anyway, sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, well, that one certainly didn't. But, there's, this week's a new game and
Yeah,
against the Roosters.
yep. So another big challenge, but yeah, I reckon we can give them a crack. So we've got to bounce back.
That we can. So, I reckon, yeah, Phoenix in at half. Oh, we'll talk about that a bit later, but
Yeah.
yeah, Pierce, a few back. It'll be a whole different team. You know what I mean? Like when you're losing so many like that,
Yeah.
it changes the whole game. So
Yeah, it's just disappointing. First week up there, you know, like
and we had high hopes.
I had high hopes. I honestly thought they'd go well. I wasn't overly confident we win, but I thought we'd play a lot better than what we did, which is disappointing.
I'll be straight up and honest. I didn't think we'd win, but I thought we would have given it a good crack.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would have thought, like a close game, maybe a try, 10 points max, but just to get blown out of the park, it's just
crazy.
I was like that because I thought, you know, look, realistically, the Storm are one of the two benchmark teams of the comp. You know, I thought we could win it, but I wasn't expecting us to. But I thought, yeah, maybe, you know, a little bit in it. But yeah, unfortunately,
They're really hot.
But let's forget about that.
Yeah, we weren't good enough on the day. So,
Nah.
but anyway,
So we'll move on from that. But yeah, hopefully this time next week we'll have a lot more to talk about. But it is what it is.
yeah, it is.
Unfortunately. Following segment is brought to you by Purnell Trophies. But anyway, we'll move on to night of the round.
Yeah.
We'll start with
Kylie?
Kylie. Night of the
Crazy
round.
lady.
Could have started from that end. All right. Well, my 3 points go to Kingy.
Yeah.
He had a blinder of a game.
Yeah, I thought he played well.
My 2 points go to Ponga. He put his body on the line, obviously. And my 1 point goes to Tyson Frizzell.
Yeah, I thought Tyson played well too. They didn't give up, just kept running and
Yeah.
you know, like they say about you want players in your team that want to play for the jersey, you know, and we've got a few, but I also think now that's Tyson as well, you know.
Yeah, mate.
He once was a dragon, but he's a knight now, and he, you know.
He's a gun.
Well, we had an interview with Tyson there earlier on, and I don't know if it was on the interview or off air, but he said his two favourite teams when he was growing up was the Dragons and the Knights.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, wow.
So he's played for both.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll might dig that through the files and find that interview and yeah,
Put it back up.
Yeah, Jono.
My 3 points went to Jaden Brayley. Look, had a solid game, didn't do anything wrong. It's hard when your spine's not working or clicking all cylinders.
Yeah.
Second point went to Jake Clifford. Played a solid game at 5'8". It's hard without Piercy as well. Played pretty solid.
To be honest, Clifford, since coming down, I think he's played pretty well every game, just about.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He's only going to get better.
He's a good
Exactly. And final point went to Connor Watson. Was hard playing fullback. He probably wasn't ready for fullback and been thrown to the wolves. He did his best job, and that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
That's fair call. Big Andy.
I went 3 points to Tyson Frizzell, 2 points Josh King, and 1 point to Jaden Brayley. But I've got to say, there's no special mentions this week. It was hard. It was hard to find three.
No.
I thought Kingy had a good game. Tyson standouts.
Well, my 3 went to Tyson.
Yeah.
My 2 went to King. And my 1 went to Ponga until half time. Like, he showed some good, and put his body on the line. But my special mention, I'll give one this week, actually went to Connor. I thought Connor tried as well.
Yep.
So, that's pretty as sad as it is. There's not much we can say about last week's
I
game.
reckon we just got to move on. Yeah.
Move on. Bring on next week.
Yeah.
But hopefully this time next week we'll be have a 2-hour long show because there'll be that much to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's still just outside the top 8, so
Well, that's right. We're still in with Sniff. It's not over.
Well, it's only on points differential that we're not in.
But what I thought too is because Adam O'Brien came from the Storm, Bellamy would have taught him everything and all the tricks of the trade, so Bellamy would have had a field day against his former
True. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
But we'll move on.
The following segment brought to you by Ticker Clothing.
Had enough of that week. Anyway, what caught my eye, guys? We'll start off with Jono.
Something that caught my eye. Now, I want all the viewers out there and listeners to buzz in and tell me if I was seeing things or not. When I was watching the end of the game, Latrell Mitchell getting interviewed, on the Blues jersey it said McDonald Jones Stadium.
Correct.
Is that me? Or was
No,
that
you were right.
It did.
I'm
Absolutely 100% did.
Dude,
so.
I'm like, gee.
So they obviously printed them before it was. Yeah.
Before the kid.
But in the instance of that, okay, they print new ones. Them ones that are printed why can't they do a charity thing and auction them off where, you know, okay, for example, we'll use Appy Coruscant. Appy Coruscant in 14. It's got the McDonald Jones on it. He signs it. Bang, up for auction for a charity.
Well, obviously they don't do that because they.
But they
bought
should.
them, so.
But they should.
Yeah, but what do they get? 2 or 3 days to.
Surely enough time.
Yeah, to get jumpers made. Yeah, maybe.
Just a way of promoting more charity stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Smith family could do it.
yeah. Probably rare as hen's teeth, those ones. 20 years time.
Well, they might. But yeah, crazy lady.
All right, the first one, I've got 2. The first one is the local mother that is suffering stage 4 cancer. She sang the national anthem for the state of origin.
Yeah.
She's actually a local woman,
Yep.
Amanda Barris.
She's got cancer, has she?
Yeah,
I
stage
didn't know
4.
that. Yeah, right.
She
Yeah.
had it for a few years now, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I think 2016 she was diagnosed.
Oh, okay. She sang well too. She did a
Yeah.
good job. So.
Powerful voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those people from Curry area can sing well.
She was from Curry, was she?
Abermain, I think.
Yeah, I went to school with her sister,
Okay.
so she was a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
Or is a bit younger than me.
Yeah, so maybe it could be you next year, darling. You could be doing the
I'm lucky to
Hopefully-
sing in the shower.
hey?
What was
No,
that?
nothing.
Speak up.
No, nothing.
Speak up.
You're next to me.
I think she's still going.
Yeah, what was your other one?
No, my other one was the Warriors one, the Warriors game against Penrith, where Kane Evans, he had the words "fold some CUNT"
Yeah,
written on
yeah.
his wrist
Northern
strapping.
Territory.
Yeah,
Rugby's
like
going to Darwin.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday.
I'm
Yeah.
all for banter and sledging, but you know, like the cameraman, he zoomed in on him because they were talking about all the injuries, and this guy sitting on the bench, like,
Yeah.
they thought he was going to end up on the field. My kids are watching that.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain that word to my kid.
But
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
how stupid, but like,
Yeah. Nah, they're bullfed footballers, really.
but Kane Evans couldn't fold paper mache. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't even do origami.
Maybe he was trying to talk himself up.
Yeah, that's all.
Trying
It's
to-
just pumping themselves up.
Yeah, I know, but
That's all it is.
but you've got to realise you're in the limelight.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Got to set an example.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know, and especially with all the negative shit with the Paul Vaughan and the Jack under the bed DeBellin, all that garbage. You know, you think you'd be.
You think there'd be somebody, you know, before the game, the trainer or somebody would be going, mate, how about we restrap that?
Yeah, I found it
You
a
think
bit.
somebody would be able to pull him up on it before, you know.
Yeah, it was a bit odd, but no, I thought. But,
Yeah.
but
Well,
who?
we got the
wonder how-
attention.
You wonder how much of that stuff is out there that, you know, never gets picked up. And
Yeah,
to be
true.
honest, I don't know. I might be the only one, but I look at some of their, you know, see what they've got written. You know, I watch it and I overlook to see what's there. You know, some have got their names or the kids' names
Yeah.
or, you know, a religious thing and that. So,
Brian Tutu has his deceased sister's name.
yeah,
yeah, so it's something that means something to them, I guess.
that's right. So, you know, like. You know,
Motivates them.
I check, look at it because, you know, I'm interested. So, you know, surely I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I thought it was rather silly, but
yeah, silly. Just
yeah.
silly.
Go home and fold your washing. That'll do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Big Andy.
Mine came from the Bulldogs Souths game. Came just after the half-time.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, so
to be honest,
Lachlan Lewis
good
tackled
on it.
Katie Walker.
Like Katie Walker said, but what happens on a field stays there. There was nothing in it.
Oh, but I heard he's like,
He had to see him, Benny. You can't do
Oh, I'm not saying that, but
But yeah,
just leave
but
it at
what
that.
he said to him, it wasn't even, it was a half-baked sledge. It was
Yeah.
pretty average.
But was it?
You-
Was there more to it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we're walking out there.
No, apparently it's been niggling since the last time the Bulldogs and Souths met.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
got to be more
It's
to it.
just
Because,
boiled
But you've got to
over.
have a thicker skin than that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right,
absolutely.
but-
Like he said, go back to reserve grade where you belong. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
would you snap over that?
I would have turned around and said, mate, it's half time, we're beating yous.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
How
So
you
that's
travelling?
what makes me think there's more to it than that.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but it hurt the dogs. Hurt the dogs, they were playing well. Half time, and 10
But-
and Souths came back at them.
And it worked. Katie Walker,
He wins. He wins. He
won.
Last laugh.
And he got, he worked him
was
up.
laughing about it too after the game.
In
Matty Johns and
in his defence too, Kay Walker said, "Oh, nothing, mate. Leave it there." So good on him there. I'll pay that. But
it was different, but
it was fun.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. So
I was waiting for the lights and all that to start happening like the WWE. That's what was going on. But no, it was good. But anyway, mine was I sort of got 1.5, so to speak. Was the Challenge Cup final over in England.
Yeah.
Them Mataudia brothers.
Yep.
Sione got suspended, didn't play, but his brother Pete played.
Yep.
And the photo and a bit of video footage of the pair of them hugging after the game, one of them crying. And I thought, how good of a thing, like, to play on such a big thing like that against your brother. I mean, that would have been second to none.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And a shout out to Pete Mataudia, actually, who has come out there in recent weeks and about his suicide. He
a bit of depression.
Yeah, so I actually spoke to Pete the other day, and good on him. So just a shout out to Pete, and I think there should be more of it. And
yeah, people need to speak about it.
That's right. No, honestly, I think
spotlight.
If you are struggling with any mental health issues, well, Pete Mataudia is probably a good one to look at. Like, he, big sports star like that can come out. Well, jump on, and I'm sure,
that black dog can bite anyone. So
that's right, and I'm sure Pete would happily have a chat with you. So good shout out to Pete Mataudia.
Good on him. It takes courage to speak up, and but you got to look after yourself at the end of the day. So hopefully he's doing that.
I actually mentioned doing too. I said, well, we might get him on and have a bit of a chat with him about it. So hopefully might be able to get it on and have a bit of a chat about the mental health issues. So. But anyway, that's what caught my eye. All right, we'll take a break and be back shortly. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back, and we've got a special guest on tonight, all the way from Twin Waters. So, let's jump into it. How you going, Kurt?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, mate. Unfortunate on the weekend.
Pardon?
Bit unfortunate on the weekend.
Oh, yeah. It was just one of those games, sort of nothing went right for us, and we lost. Unfortunately, we lost Junior. Not the captain's run, the session before that when they first got up here. He's had a little twinge to his hemi. They've lost Kalen, DSAP ruled out as well. Missing a few key players there, and we couldn't keep it together against them. They're a quality side, and they're going to take some beating. But I think once we get a full side back on the park, will be a good chance.
Yeah, they're red hot at the moment. Everything went right for them too. Like you say, it's just one of those games.
That's right. And, like this week's a new week, and we'll be back and better than ever. And I reckon we can give the Roosters good red hot,
Correct.
But we might just get KP to stay at the back there in case Sam Walker does a run around the back again, run down to the back of his own try line at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll try that when KP's around.
No, that's right. But good to see Sawaso Sue back in the side this week.
Yeah, Big Jess is back. I think he had a bit of a hemi complaint as well. So it'd be good to get him back. I think he's the only bloke that's come back this week. I'm not 100% sure about injuries on the weekend or anything like that, but it'd definitely be good to get him back.
Yeah, for sure. How's you settling into camp? How's camp life?
Yeah, it's been all right actually. Like it's a good spot where we are. It's just there's not a whole heap to do. We're sort of locked in, but we got the training field behind us. We're pretty much allowed in the team room, our rooms, and when it's our turn to train, we're allowed to go out there. So that's about it at the moment.
How's training been this week?
How's it been?
Yeah, how's training traveling this
week?
Yeah,
it's been today we trained. It's been pretty intense. I think after the performance we had on the weekend, the coaches and I think everyone's expecting a response. And usually when we have a performance like that, we get a response. But I think it's just the good teams, they don't have those performances to have to get a response out of them. So I think that's something we've got to work towards.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Melbourne did the same thing to the Roosters a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, I think they put 46 on them, 46-0 or something. So,
yeah, I think
they're
they've won
probably
their last few games by 40. They did it to Souths, did it to the Tigers, did it to the Roosters. So they're red hot at the moment.
I think they've won 11 games by 40 plus this year.
Yeah, I know that.
It's
mate,
crazy.
They put some scores on, eh?
Oh, crazy.
I mean, like we're saying, we lost Junior, DSAF, KP early, Clam, with injuries like that, you're going to struggle. So,
yeah, still got to get the job done, but
yeah.
Yeah, there's no real excuses. I think if you're good enough to play first grade, then you're a first grade footballer. So I think you sort of expected to perform either way, regardless of who's playing or what position you're playing as well.
Yeah, good point. We got the crazy lady on with us tonight. She's the Penrith fans. You up there with the Panthers? Now we're trying to convert her, but you're up there with the Panthers. They're in the same area.
Keyword trying.
Yeah. yeah, we've run into a few of them. They're staying up the back. We're parked actually right next to the Roosters, so they're right next to us, which is a bit odd because we're playing them this weekend.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of them, and we're going to play them this weekend.
Yeah. And they said Josh Morris is out. What's to go there? Like,
I'm not 100% sure. I think he could play.
yeah, righto.
Yeah, but I think whoever they put there is going to do a good job.
Good job for sure.
They're the Roosters, and they've had some pretty crucial injuries, but they've still been tracking pretty well, even though they've had those injuries.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get one over him on the weekend anyway.
Yeah, I thought Josh King had a good game on the weekend, but Kingy ended up pretty well. I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah, Kingy, he played really well. He's always thereabouts. You always know what you're going to get out of him, and you sort of know what you're going to know what to expect from him as well. He put a couple of big shots on too, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that was good. Oh, good to see you, mate. And we won't hold you up too long.
Do you watch travel guides?
Did I watch what?
Do you watch travel guides?
Nah, I haven't watched it. What are you on the show or something?
Jono from Travel Guides is on here tonight too. So,
hey mate, there you going?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
you a Cessnock man, are you?
No, I live in the CBD of Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you made the trip out to the den?
Yeah, to the den. It's a great spot.
I'll travel from anywhere to get out here, Kurt. You know that. People love coming out.
I told you I'll come out in the off season.
Yeah. Righto. Yeah. We've got to sort someone's tattoo out too, don't we?
Yeah. Actually, we're going in. All of us are going in soon. Or as soon as COVID disappears, and they say is going to do all of us with our show logo.
I'll have to draw something up for him. Me and BJ can sort something out.
Yeah, for sure.
Something like a night on a My Little Pony or something.
Little Shetland.
A little Shetland pony. But good mate. Good to. I reckon you'll bounce back this week and back to your best. So fingers crossed. And
good luck, mate. Chins up, and
we're all expecting a big one. So hopefully, we can put something together for everyone.
You will, mate, for sure.
We'll just to you and the boys, just remember that everyone down here is 100% behind you. So keep your chin up, and you will bounce back.
Appreciate what you're doing too, mate. Away from the family and the new baby and all that, it's to play for us. So good on you, mate.
It's been difficult times, but FaceTime's mate. FaceTime's the best thing ever at the moment. So I've been calling them as much as I can, catching up with them, which is good.
Yeah. No, beautiful.
No, that's good. All right, mate. Play well on the weekend. We know you will. And
We'll be yelling from the lounge room.
Yeah, we'll be yelling from the lounge room.
We'll be doing the Newcastle chant from the lounge.
Yeah, and pass on to the boys that the whole town, everyone down here is behind you, is 100%.
Yeah.
So we'll do.
Right, mate.
All right, guys. That's champion Kurt Mann, and we'll take a break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Around the Grounds, Jono.
Around the ground. So we had the mighty Parramatta Eels beat the Titans 26-8.
And can I just cut in there for a
They're
second?
not mighty.
Yeah, there's no mighty, mate. We might start that again.
Oh, I think
They're riverworms.
They're
I wouldn't
riverworms.
go that
Yeah.
far.
Doing all right, Jono.
The Manly Seagulls 32-18 against the Dragons. The Chooks, Sydney Roosters 34-18 against the Cowboys. The Raiders got up against the Sharks 34-18. Oh, do I have to mention that? Storm 48, Knights 4. The Penny Panthers 30 to the Warriors 16. West Tigers 42, Broncos 24 in the final game of the round. South Sydney Rabbitohs 32, the Canterbury Bulldogs 24.
That was probably game of the round too, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon that was the best game of the round.
There's a couple of games I watched, and there's a few I enjoyed. Obviously not the one I wanted.
No.
A shout out to KO as well to fix your bloody channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
But
a couple of upsets on the weekend, I thought, too.
yeah,
I thought that West Tigers Broncos was fairly surprising. Didn't think
Yeah.
the Tigers
Yeah.
had that many points in them.
No. So, yeah, I actually thought the Broncos, I tipped the Broncos in that one, so
yeah,
silly me.
they're very surprised on that one. I watched the Penrith game. It was a good game.
Yeah.
To be honest, the Warriors played well, especially losing.
Yeah, they did. They played well early.
They were dropping like
Oh,
flies,
gutsy.
though.
Yeah.
Jeez, they were getting injured.
Yeah.
And it shows how much, like Penrith still showed a lot of class to come through and win, but it shows how valuable their halves are.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's right.
We get half of our half back.
Yeah, but that's what we've been saying about the Knights. You know, the first half of the year, you know, we've had Pearce out and Ponga, and
That's right. But
it's hard. Like, you get
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
of good players out of your spine. It's difficult.
excuse me, ladies
away,
and
Gary.
gentlemen. Oh, mate, hard work today. But even Happy Coruscant didn't come on till probably 5 minutes before half time or something.
Yeah, that's-
So
What is he playing this week? Has he been charged or?
he did get charged, but
No,
I'm
it
not
was
sure. What
just
he got.
monetary.
Oh,
Thank
was it?
God.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's not a dirty player.
no, not at all. But
Nah.
you know, but yeah, I thought there was a few games I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. A few good games.
Yeah, I thought the Raiders
Yeah.
upset the Sharks. I thought that was an upset.
Tom
Yeah.
Starling. Oh, excuse me again.
That young Xavier,
Yeah, he's going to have talent.
yeah, he's out for the season right now. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that today. What did he do?
I'm not sure. I just heard say the same on the radio that he's out for the season.
Yeah,
so
I read
that's
that.
a big loss for them. He looks like he's got a bit of
A bit of go at him, yeah.
something about
But
him, so.
talking about players going to other clubs and, you know, really thriving, I know I've said it a few times, Tom Starling. Really impressive him, the way he's come on.
Yeah. He had a game at Newcastle. He
Yeah,
looked good.
last game of his at Newcastle, they
Yeah,
got special
they always
permission.
had big raps on him. They just the only concern
Couldn't fit him
at the time
in.
was he's just he's a little bit small, but he's
me.
showing down in Canberra that's not holding him back. So
Ah, good on him.
down there. So nippy little hooker.
Yeah, no, there's a few. Oh, excuse me again.
Stop it.
You know how it is.
Don't make me do it.
Oh, I've been hard worker, mate. Anyway, yeah, there was a few good games, and hopefully this weekend there'll be an even better result.
Yeah. You look like we're in with a good shot against the Roosters.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The Storm. Like, I know I've said it a couple of times, but the Storm beat them 46-0. And then they've got over the Cowboys. What they win on the weekend, 34-18.
And that was like
We-
pretty
we-
close the whole game. It's
We
just
beat the Cowboys
Smashed him.
38-0. I don't know. Our form's not as bad as what people think.
And, we had a shocker on the weekend.
Yeah.
Imagine the spray they've got.
They've copped a spray.
And
Yeah.
we know firsthand after talking to a few of them that they're disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll be out to,
Yeah.
sorry, we can do it.
It's funny that, we're fans, you take it personally and you're down and you feel like garbage after a loss like that. Imagine how the players feel. And the coaching staff, the ones that invested in
Well, that's right.
the result. Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be hard.
Oh, stop it.
Do you want to go and have a lie down?
Will that be okay?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
set up a hammock for you.
Yeah. Well, next week we might have a little bed set up.
Yeah. We'll set up a hammock.
I do
You can have
do apologise. It's been a big.
You can have your nana nap and.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Could I get a milk and cookies?
Oh, we'll make you a hot chocolate, give you a cuddle, put you to bed.
Oh,
You'll be right.
Stay tuned. But I'm looking forward to this week. I think we'll bounce back really well. And if we don't win, seriously, Andy will do next week's show and address.
No.
Not that confident.
It's funny you say that. If we win, I'm probably out next week then. Unavailable.
What about you, Jono? Do you like wearing dresses?
No, I don't think I've ever worn a dress.
Hang on.
Oh,
What stays overseas? What happens overseas stays overseas.
True.
Wally
Wasn't
Barley.
a kilt, was it?
No, worse.
Wasn't a kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, with kilt, you can wear undies.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't wear this thing?
Oh, you could, but it was a bit
Oh, okay, fair enough.
special.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those who are a fan of travel guides or seen the show will know what we're talking about. But if not, jump on and have a look. But, all right, that's around the grounds for this week. And, the following segment is brought to you by Sports Power Newcastle. All right, welcome back.
Let's do something fun.
Something fun?
Anyone got a joke?
I got two.
Go. Hit us.
All right.
Hopefully they're good this week.
Probably not.
Last week's was good.
I thought last week's were great.
Yeah.
What do you call a row of bunnies moving backwards? A receding hairline.
I'll pay that.
Did she point at me? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get this, ball festa point at me, receding hair.
All right, number two. Wife. Look at that drunk guy over there. Husband. Who is he? Wife. He proposed to me 10 years ago and I rejected him. Husband. Oh my God, he is still celebrating.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, I must admit, there's been some good ones.
Why do you find it funny?
She's going well.
I don't
Why
drink.
are you laughing?
I don't drink, so it's not me celebrating. I'm celebrating in that how long we've been together. So
I never rejected you yet.
Never will. I mean, how could you
Did
resist
someone propose
this?
to you 10 years ago and they're still drinking?
No, he made me drink.
To celebrate.
Not you.
Oh, I was going to say. look
Anyway.
out. Anyway,
Bit more than 10 years
No,
ago.
that was good.
Well,
You're getting better. You're getting better.
While we're there, we might do fan of the week.
All right. Fan of the week goes to Terry Drinkwater.
Tezza. Terry is a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
He's from Dungog.
Yes.
Yeah,
Drives
right.
to all the games.
Yeah. And he's plays for the Dungog Club.
Yeah, okay.
Big fan of the Knights of the show, and he's quite active on our show pages. So well deserved, Terry. So
Good on, Terry. Well done, mate.
$50 sports power voucher.
Coming your way.
Yeah. Anyway, that's fan of the week. So we might take another quick break and a few words from the boys from Kobashi.
Yeah, that's all they got tonight.
Kobashi Top 5!
How you going, everyone? We are Kobashi from Perth, WA, where we are rained on but not locked down. We hope you are doing well. Joy's already leaving. Hey,
I'm
Joy,
back.
Joy, I have something to say to you.
What, Adam?
You know what? If we put your brain in a bird, it would fly backwards.
Yeah, well, you're nothing but a
But nothing. Yeah. Well, if I gave you a penny for your thoughts, I'd get change that.
yeah. Well, why don't you go back to reserve, Craig?
Don't be a flipwit.
You're a flipwit.
You're a flipwit.
You're a
You're a
flipwit.
flipwit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a flipwit. You're.
Now, that is how a good sledge works. That's right.
And we saw the result of a bit of talking on the weekend, didn't we?
Well, we did. We saw none other than Lockie Lewis, son of the great legend himself, Wally, and Cody Walker. Now, those two were just sort of coming off at half time, and apparently it was, why don't you go back to reserve grade? And, well, it kicked off. So that brings us to our top 5 this week. Some of the best sledges in the NRL history in the modern times.
There are a lot, and you know, I wish we could expand our scope because cricket has some of the best sledges I've ever heard, but there are some really, really funny NRL sledges. And the first one we're going to mention is Thurston telling Pierce he should get a photo with the statue of Wally outside Suncorp because that's the closest he's ever going to get to a
That's
shield.
right. Our great halfback, Mr. Mitchell Pearce, had a bit of a horror tenure actually with the Blues. Was part of sort of trying to, knock off the dynasty of Cameron Smith, and of course you had Munster and Cooper Cronk, and I'm pretty sure Inglis was in the side still, and of course the Billy Slater at the back. So there was that team that sort of, won sort of 10 comps in a row, and it was Pearcey thrown in there to do the job, and unfortunately come up short. But he had a fair crack at it. But it was that sledge of JT telling him that. He definitely needs to go get a photo with Wally out the front because it's the closest he's going to get to the shield. Absolutely great sledge. So that's our number 5 sledge. Coming in at number 2 was Hodges.
Speaking of Cam Smith, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, in a roundabout way, talking about Cam Smith.
Well, he was. He was sort of sitting there like pointing at Cam Smith when you had Danny Medeiros playing. Now, this is in the early days. Danny Medeiros was still playing hooker. So it's another sledge against one of our greatest ever Knights. And I remember now Hodjo going,
You're number 2.
looking at him going, you're number 2. Him, Cam Smith, he's number 1. And it was just in that time when that transition was on. So that's number 2, ads.
And of course, speaking of Newcastle, we have Joey politely asking for Lee Jackson to remove from the field.
Is that a sledge?
Well, I think it's your own teammate, it is, isn't it?
I must admit, if anyone is going to sledge their own teammate, it was the man Joey Johns himself.
Well,
I mean, immortal behaviour.
How would you feel, though? Your own teammates asking for you to be removed from the field.
Was he that flash, though, Lee Jackson? Look, he was okay. I think, if anyone's not sure who Lee Jackson was, Lee Jackson played a whole season and maybe a bit more than a season for Newcastle back in the Mal Reilly era. So he was around during that golden period of time. And of course, he was superseded by none other than the great Danny Medeiros. So that was pretty funny, yeah. Joey John saying, turn around, can you get this bloke off? So I guess that's a sledge.
And also have him leave the field.
Now, another one would be one of my favourite fellas in rugby league. I love a good old hard nut. One of the hardest nuts ever to play the game was a fella by the name of Paul Gallen.
Yeah.
We're all familiar with him at the moment, and he's let a few good sledges go. And I'll leave this one with you, Ad. What was said there, mate?
Well, yeah, apparently during if it was a press conference or something before one of the Origin matches, he said, "We hate Queensland times 1,000." So the Maroons, in their non-childish response, was, "Well, we hate New South Wales times infinity, no returns." So
That was what was said.
yeah.
We hated by no returns.
Exactly, yeah. So,
Sensational.
what a great comeback.
I think Gallen was also the guy that said that was the worst Queensland side ever to be picked, only for us to lose the bloody state of origin.
Yeah, well, if you remember, I think it was 87, was it the worst Ashes side to travel to England under Alan Border, and we know how that turned out too. So
That's true.
probably not good to make those sort of predictions.
Okay, now it's going to bring us to our number 1 sledge.
Oh, we do have an honourable mention.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, was it Andrew telling Matt, or Matt telling Andrew that I slept with your mum last night, and then Andrew didn't get it, or Joey didn't get it, that's right. Matt told Joey, I slept with your mum last night, and he said he had to go to explain to Joey afterwards what he meant. So
Matty Johns often would have a good one-liner come out there at you. So that was a good honourable mention, but we're going to keep it short and sweet this week. So this one is after a particular Cowboys versus Manly game. It was only a few weeks, well, I won't say a few weeks ago, sorry, a fair while. It was a few years ago. We all know that one of the celebrities you see on a Fox Sports program who might have played for Parramatta, might love a bit of food, might have his ass hanging out half the time.
yes, I didn't play for Parramatta though. Yeah, and might be from like Forbes Parks area maybe. Not saying anyone in particular, but yeah, it was a game when the Cowboys were playing, and then they've panned across to JT, and I'm going to read exactly what was said, but they crossed to JT on the field, and Heidi said, I'm a bit concerned by the dickhead call the other day, and he said, oh, my apologies, Heidi. Hopefully we can move forward because I've got a box of tissues for him there. JT replied, and Heidi took the bait. You'll need some tissues after I put one on your chin, said Hindy. And then the shots are fired. He said, well, make sure you put your premiership ring on when you give me one. So great sledge, because we all know that Hindy played in a couple of grand finals, never to win one. And if you ever watch any of the Foxtel stuff, you'll know quite clearly that Mr. Johns and company love sort of talking about the fact that Mr. Highmarsh never won a grand final. So that was a pretty hefty sledge.
That's decent.
That was a pretty hefty sledge.
I do have one from the vault though, if I can read this one.
All right, here we are, from the vault.
This one has come in. Craig Coleman, former South halfback. He had this beauty for Peter Jackson after a spectacular miss kick.
Yep.
Bloody Jackson, he said he can land it on a 20-cent piece. The trouble is it's usually in a bloke's pocket in the grandstand. Well done.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, and valet, Mr. Jackson. Pity you're still not around, my friend. And on that note, we're going to take off. And look, just a big shout out to all those in Newcastle. Really sorry you didn't get the Origin game, but
yeah, you're doing it all doing it tough over there.
Yeah,
we're with you. Our thoughts are with you, and
we've not long come out of lockdown here in WA, and
again,
we're right at home with you guys. So hopefully this can provide some entertainment.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be we've got something special up our sleeves, bigger, badder, and better, and we'll be on to that next week. So
absolutely, you guys have a good week. Go Knights. I think I say it right.
This is Bull from Kobashi. That's the Squatch, and we're out.
All right, there. Good was that from the boys from Kobashi again.
They're crazy.
They're crazy, aren't they? Maybe we should call them Crazy Kobashi now.
Oh, no, I think they got their name. They're happy with Kobashi.
Yeah, no, they're a good addition to the show.
Yeah, they're awesome. Love them.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of them throughout the... And hopefully plans are to, once COVID's all gone, they're going to hopefully come over and they'll be in the studio one day.
They've just released a new album, so...
Yes.
I think check it out.
Actually speaking to them today, and they're going to send a few copies over for us to give away.
Beautiful.
To some fans and some of their headbands.
Yeah.
So, some Kobashi merchandise coming the way of the fans.
Beautiful.
So, there's a good bunch, and, yes, actually we're about to, later on in the year, do a song with them. Actually, a legitimate song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Have
so
they heard us sing?
No. They're doing the singing, but we're just doing a little bit help with them. So depression song.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so watch this space.
Okay,
but
good.
Anyway, let's move on with the show, so us old people don't go to sleep.
Yeah, well, you're trying hard.
No, don't have to try, I'll tell you. But Smith's mailbag.
Let's do it.
The following segment brought to you by Feral Archery.
So let's jump into it. Hi, fellas. With that performance on the weekend, do we drop any players? And if so, who do we bring in from Bradley Kempy?
We'll go through the team shortly, but there's a couple of changes. So it's a good question.
I don't know if we, before going into the team list, I don't know if we should drop anyone on one performance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know... Out there this week, there's been a lot of, this bloke's got to go. What are we doing? Sign this bloke. We've got the team. Let's just stick with it.
Yeah,
and you can't just blame one person.
I think that's true too. There wasn't one particular player that stood out, had a shocker. It was the Storm were just too good, in my opinion.
Like we said, they're doing it for everyone. So,
good question, Bradley.
You just put your hand up and say we met a much better team.
Kurt did. Like on the early in that, but, he said, look,
Yeah, they were too good.
And he would know too, being a former Storm player as well. You know what it's like down there. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, good question, but we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Is there any news or any chance we may get to go to any more games this year? I know it's a long shot, but it's worth asking. Leslie Watt from Cessnock.
I think Leslie summed it up she's answered herself there. It's a long shot. But I don't think we'll see any.
Apparently,
Newcastle anyway.
I think they just had their bubble in Queensland, to be honest, and probably a grand final in Brisbane, unless something drastic happens.
The only way it might happen is if COVID gets into Queensland. They say, well, it's here now, we might as well go back, just put everyone in a bubble and do what they did last year, maybe, but I can't see it happen.
Well, every home game this year, bar the last one, has been written off. There's still a question mark and a bit of hope for the last home game.
Yeah, righto.
Which, to be honest, I'd be quite peed off if we don't get to go to. I know that can't be helped, but I mean, because Kurt's 150th.
Yeah, right.
So, you know.
It's just a bummer, to be honest. It's hard to say, but the way it's going, it's not going to happen because you're going to get
But when I say quite pissed, I'm not pissed at the NRL or the Knights or whatever.
Yeah,
just pissed at COVID, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
it's impacted on a lot of people at the moment, but like travel, there's no travel at the moment. No travel guides.
Yeah, got to get rubbing it in.
Yeah, but no, it's impacting everyone.
Well, that's right. Well, speaking of travel and that, like myself and the crazy lady booked a family holiday for next year.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, we're umming and ahhing about what if COVID is, because a lot of places there, you got to pay up front now, and if COVID hits, you don't get a refund.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, it's making a lot of...
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think COVID...
Frankie lady and I are supposed to be going to
yes.
Cairns in September. So
is that the cruise?
No, the cruise got canned.
Yeah.
So, but we thought we'd fly up there and take the kids up there anyway. So.
Cairns is beautiful.
Yeah, so was looking forward to that. I don't know if that's going to happen either. So
yeah, but
we need everyone to get vaccinated and.
Well, I think that's just going to be the way of life. Everyone is just going to have to get vaccinated and then
move on.
Yeah,
slowly open things up again. So.
Unfortunately, because it's affecting so many people. Like my son was sent home from work on Monday, shut down because of COVID.
Yeah, I saw it in Sydney and the Central Coast, the affected areas there. All building sites have shut down.
Well, the son-in-law to be, my daughter's partner is a roofer in Sydney.
Yeah, right.
And he's been shut down, so... Yeah.
It's annoying, but I think it was coming to just try and stop the growing of cases, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, but...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just stemmed really from one limo driver, and it's just grown and grown and grown.
Yeah. Well, you probably couldn't tell, but I'm not a doctor. But I think
you sure?
Just got to all get vaccinated. Slowly open things up again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Last thing you want is people getting sick. So.
100%. No, you know, we whinge about the footy and that, but at the end of the day, as long as everyone's fit and healthy and, you know, doesn't contract this or no one else passes away or whatever, yeah, I can watch the footy at home if it means, you know.
Yeah, that's
when I say I'm disappointed in this and that, because we just love it and we want to go back to a normal life. But
yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, but, you know, I take my hat off and that to the poor people that have lost family members and that, so...
Yeah. Anyway, that's a good question.
Yeah, anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Hi, crew. I have a few favourite players in Connor Watson and DSAF. Who are your favourite players and why? From Haley Paul. We'll start with you, Jonah.
I'm a big fan of DSAF. Like, I reckon he's one of the most underrated props in just all football at the moment. Gets his job done. Fan of Connor Watson too. Just very versatile, plays any position, wherever he's needed.
Yep.
That's about it.
Your two?
Yeah. KP as well. I could go the whole team, to be honest.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Big Andy?
Yeah, I don't know if I've got a favourite player.
Yeah, favourite players?
Yeah, I like the Safety boys. I like David Clemmer. I like the front rowers. I like Mitch Barnett's a good player. He was he had a pretty poor game on the weekend, I thought. But
I mean, they're all good players, but I think the question is who's your favourite? Like, you know,
he's underrated, I reckon, too.
I think
who's your man crush, maybe? So to speak.
I think Probably KP.
Yeah, KP. Yeah. Well, I've got a few, I must admit. No surprise, so I say so. That's no secret.
Yep.
And my good mate, Kurt Mann.
Yeah.
And the third one for me is BJ.
Yeah.
Brady Jones. But I've always had a soft spot and got along really well with Connor Watson too. So, as you can see with one of the interviews that we did with him, have a little joke with him. He's always got time for us. And I will say a fourth one that I've got a lot of time for and a soft spot for is Lockie Fitz.
Yeah,
Lockie Fitz is just a...
Be interesting to see what happens with him.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. But Lockie's just a genuine, also, so is all those other guys, but Lockie's also just a genuine, he's always got time for the fans and, so...
we have a little bit to do with a couple of them, and you couldn't meet nicer people.
No, that's right.
They make time for us. They don't have to do that.
That's right.
It's definitely appreciated.
And it shows the bond that we've made with the players. Some of them that they like. They have a bit of a friendship, and So for mine, it would be Kurt Mann. Suaso and BJ. That'll be my three.
Yeah, I definitely like seeing them go well. I like seeing Kurt and BJ go well.
Yeah.
BJ's going to be a good player.
Oh,
he's only just kicking off. He's going to be a good player.
Oh, mate, I tell you what. As I said I made a little picture and put it in there, and it was BJ at the Newcastle break wall. There was lightning and that hit him, and said the future of the Knights, because he is going to be. I'll go as far as saying one day he'll captain the team. Yeah,
righto. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
I think that might be part of the reason why Lockie Fitzgibbons. I'm not going to say he's on the outer, but we'll get to the teams.
Yeah, I hope not, but
But he's chopping himself around too, so.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's not signed for next year.
I suppose he's probably got to look after number one.
Yeah, of course he got to look after number one, but
it'd be sad to see if he went.
It would be sad. But
let's hope we can keep him.
I still like him. He's a good player.
Oh,
I'd like
good
to
player,
see him, I reckon we could turn him into a real good middle forward.
Well, look at only 2 years ago, him running off them balls of KP.
Yeah, right, yeah.
He was a machine.
Yeah.
So I mean, clubs have downtime, and we can bring him back.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll move.
Some injury problems too. So
and saying that too, I think he's played pretty well this year since coming back.
He was poor on the weekend, but a lot of them were poor on the weekend.
Oh, I'm not going on that last weekend, but we'll throw that out the window.
He had a couple of good games leading into that game. So, but yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Good question, but
yeah, it is.
Are there any new rules that have come into effect this year that you would like to see change back to how it was before? From Justin Andrews from Cardiff. We'll start with you, Jonah.
I don't know if it's like a rule that's recently brought in or a couple of years ago, the 6 again rule. I reckon it's good for the moment, but like you see the real smart teams just give away 6 again, like on the very first or second tackle. So I'd like to see that more blown as a penalty rather than a 6 again, because it's just pointless.
Yeah, it came in for ruck infringements originally, and this year they've extended it to include offside, everything else. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I think it's gone too far.
Especially like ruck infringements on the first.
Yeah.
Like you can see they're doing it on purpose. A lot of times just to slow it down and give the.
There was one, I think it was in the Bulldogs Souths game. I think it was Bulldogs Souths, and they blew a penalty. It was on the first. They blew a penalty. I was watching and going, that's nearly a professional foul. Like, that's just deliberate.
That's right.
Like, he stood offside. He stood like 5 metres offside deliberately, and they blew a penalty.
That's where the ref.
It's a professional foul.
Yeah, get rid of him. That's right. I 100% agree. 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's any rules I'd like to see changed. More, I'd like to see monitored more is like the free interchange with the HIA.
Yeah.
As I said before, where they sort of wrought the system, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not one team that does it; everyone does it. But
of course.
I feel that if you go off,
You got to get assessed.
You can't stand there, then your replacement comes on, then you go back on for free. It's beating the purpose.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Good question, but yeah. All right, the last one here. I saw this online and thought it was a good question, so I cannot take the credit. Well, at least he's honest. If you could choose any winger and centre from any other club, who would you choose and why? Brian, locked down in Blacktown.
What do you reckon, Jono?
I'd probably say Toto from the Panthers, and then who's on the inside of Toto?
Stephen Crichton.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'd probably go Tony Staggs.
Yeah.
Tony Staggs plays on the right.
Yeah.
Could have.
But then who would you get rid of?
We're looking for a centre. We're looking for 2 outside backs.
Yeah, because Gabbett Shibasaki's on the way out, are you?
Yeah, I've heard he's on the way out. He hasn't travelled with the team up to Queensland.
No.
So
Stafford's been...
he's been quiet too. He hasn't been going for a while. I'd probably go Toto and Tony Staggs.
Unfortunately, you'll never see Toto in anything but black. I think he'll be a Panther for life.
Money talks,
but yeah.
I would have said the same about Josh Mansour as well. And they shafted him as soon as they could.
But it just goes
it wasn't that long ago. Mansour was close to the best winger in the game as well.
So. Oh yeah, 100%.
That's true.
So
but
shafted him.
It just goes to show it doesn't matter how big you are, you can play. Like he's not real big, but he's strong.
He's a power rocket.
Oh, it's all in the legs.
Yeah.
Man, I'd take either one of those. Either one of you were saying. I think they're probably the best to pick from. But I'm going to add to that as well. If you could pick one player, one forward from any other club, who and why?
Ooh. For me, I would say Jason Tomalolo. Because I think he's the best.
He's a gun.
I think he's the best forward in the game.
I reckon a Newcastle boy, Payne Haas, is pretty much killing it at the moment.
Payne Haas, yeah, that's a good call. Actually, Payne Haas is a good call.
I was thinking of 3 or 4 here. I thought it could be. Oh no, I'll say it again because I'm a fan of him, not just because of Crazy Lady, but James Fisher-Harris.
Definitely one of the most underrated forwards in the game at the moment.
He is an absolute gun.
He's a good player.
But in saying that too, you wouldn't sneeze at any of the two that you've took either. So, anyway. Fisher-Harris.
Yeah.
It's through a mountain of work.
And he's
the young bloke from Manly too. I'd snabble him up. The front rower.
Can't think of his name.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about. But even
I think he's going to be a gun.
Yeah, there's a few good players out there that are surprised of some young guns coming through, and a lot of player movement rumours. But
coming through for the Knights.
I'll get into that in a rumour in a second. But that's Smita's mailbag for this week, but some good questions.
Yeah,
very good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
So, let's move on to the...
Hang on a minute. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Got some late mail coming in here, Smita.
Late mail?
Yeah, it's from the guy's cousin from last week.
Oh.
How you going, Jonah?
Yeah, good.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you. Parramatta going to win this weekend?
Bloody.
Yeah, Riverworms. Hi, guys. It's Pierce Peterson's cousin here, Percy Peterson from Poach Port Place, Palomane. He likes the peas.
He's on the pea.
He's got a pipe.
Oh, you might.
Might be on the pipe.
Yeah. Question is, if the Knights don't make it, who will the top 2 teams be at the end? Question, which team don't you want it to be at the end? Well, I can answer that one straight away. Don't want it to be the Storm.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
The Storm will.
Yeah.
Storm will be the grand final.
I reckon at this stage, personally, I think it's a 2-horse race at the moment. things could change. At the moment, it's looking like a grand final replay from last year.
Anything could happen in finals.
That's right. That's what I mean at the moment. But for the second part, I don't want it to be the Storm. So
I'm going to throw out a team here. I don't think the Panthers have a chance at the moment, but I do reckon the Manly Sea Eagles can have a good crack yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If Tommy Turbo stays fit.
Oh, that's the big one.
They've got some big ins this week too. I think Cherry Evans, the two Trebojevic brothers are back.
Cherry Evans hasn't done anything for me lately, and I go back to Canberra game the other week where they were just so woeful. And I just think, you could be right, Jonah, 100%, but I'm just not convinced. The only team I'm really convinced with at the moment is the Storm.
Yeah.
So
they're the only one that's really firing on all cylinders.
I don't think Manly beat the Storm on current form, but I think you're right. I think Manly are capable of making the grand final.
There's
team I don't want to play, don't want to be there. I can't say the Riverworms, to be honest.
I'd
like to see them go right. Like last time they were a good team. Floorboy Gary was a little kid, so and he's how old are you now? 70.
That's back when they used to deliver a milk in the horse and cart.
Yeah, he probably got a free milk at school or something.
There's a few teams that
you did.
There's a few teams that I wouldn't mind seeing in there.
Yeah.
And saying that too, I wouldn't mind seeing a grand final replay from last year if it meant the Storm got beaten in the grand final.
I'll tell you now, I don't want to see the Dragons.
No, they won't make it.
Sharks or the Raiders make the finals. Because if they don't, the Knights will.
I don't see the Raiders getting anywhere. I could see the Sharks scraping their way in.
The Raiders are one of those teams. Like they
pull your
grand
pants down when you're
final
not
2 years
watching.
ago. And
I wouldn't mind seeing the Raiders in if we couldn't.
This year's average,
I think they've got too many injuries, to be honest.
And they're just a little. There's some old legs there, I think. And a little bit of discontent with the Pommies down there.
Oh yeah, but as the Raiders, what's the captain's name?
Hodgson.
Yeah, he come out there a few.
Oh, I see captain now. I think he gave it up.
Former captain,
Yeah.
and they said that everyone down at Canberra loves the Knights. If they don't support Canberra, their second team is the Knights.
Yeah, right.
Because we're so like each other, and from that day onwards, I thought, I like Canberra.
I hadn't heard that, but
no, I'll see.
They're obviously smart people down there in Canberra.
Yeah, Fishwick, very smart. But anyway, that's a good question, Peter.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to say the Storm wouldn't make it, but they're going to.
They're going to, unless
on current form, unless something goes wrong, like you're about to say.
Oh, but then they need a few things to go wrong because the whole team's loaded.
Well, they got.
But in saying that,
Pappenhausen's been missing the last 6-8 weeks.
And look, Hines is killing it. So
Hines comes in like.
But that's another person, a forward, that we're talking about now. What's his name? Dale Finucane.
Yeah, Dale Finucane. Yeah, find out soon where he's going. His Knights have been talking to him. I don't think he'll be in Newcastle, but
you never know.
Yeah,
no, never know.
Yeah, he's got that connection with Adam O'Brien.
Storm,
but I think some other clubs have offered him some pretty big money. So the Tigers have thrown massive money.
But yes. Anyway, well, hopefully, it's not the Storm. If it's obviously not Newcastle, I'd like to see Penrith, maybe Canberra, or depends how it all pans out. Who plays who in what final to get to, so, but I don't know. As long as it's not the Roosters.
Roosters miss out.
Yeah, as long as it's not Roosters and Storm.
Yeah.
I don't see the Roosters making it, but are they currently in the top 8? Or?
Yeah, they're about 5th, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how. To be honest, with the amount of injuries they've had, if well coached, that's all you can put it down to.
Good depth.
Big sombrero too.
Yeah, those sombreros always help out.
Yeah, no, they won't.
Tavita Pengai Jr. to the Roosters for the rest of the year now too.
Oh, there was also talk too that
Panthers.
Panthers
Panthers knocked that on the head straight away.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers have knocked that on the head, but the talk now is that the Roosters.
I thought it was the doggies. He was off to the
He's
dogs.
off to the Dogs next year.
Next year. Okay.
Well, I don't think it's official. I don't think he's signed yet, but yeah. But they're saying he's going to be released to go somewhere for the end of this year.
But
the Roosters.
Okay.
Looking at him.
NRL should say you can go to another team for the rest of the year. It can't be a top 8 team. It's one of the struggling teams. Send him there for the rest of the year.
Say that, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but I just don't understand how the Roosters, yet again, they've got all this talent under this cap, and now they can still afford to bring Pangai Jr.
Yeah. Whoever gets him will be paying him peanuts for the
exactly.
Year,
yeah, but you know what I mean?
It'll be, I don't know how many rounds to go, 5 or 6 rounds to go. There's only 40, 50 grand they'll get him for in their cap.
But it still can't fit under the Roosters. I don't know how.
No. They'll have space.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Smitter's mailbag again for this week. For another week. Sorry, any of you guys that I haven't read out, we will get you.
Some good questions tonight.
Yeah, there's a few. There's
a few different people asking questions too.
Yeah, there was a couple there from regular weeks that I have gone through and gone, you've been on the last couple of weeks, so give some new people a go. Yeah. But it's not that we don't want you on, because we do. It's just that Smitter's mailbag can't go for an hour. So, the mail van was full this week, and we'll read out some more next week. So we'll take a quick break and
fall asleep again, go for an hour doing that.
Yeah, well, these 4:30 starts and stuff is not doing well.
Kills you.
Anyway, we'll take a short break, and I'll get some no-dos, and we'll be back shortly.
The following segment is brought to you by Sayers Inc.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's that time of the week there, Andy, for Team List Tuesday.
Yeah, Newcastle Knights play the Sydney Roosters Friday, the 23rd of July at 6 p.m. It's Friday night, so this is going to be a cracking game.
Yeah.
Coming off a loss to the Storm. Yeah, Roosters travelling okay, but yeah, I think we can do them. But anyway, we'll go through the teams.
There'll be a couple of good key matchups here.
There's some great team matchups. The fullbacks, you look at Tedesco, Ponga, State of Origin matchup there. But if we go through the Roosters team, we've got Tedesco at fullback, Daniel Tupou on the wing with Matt Ikavalu. Centres, Billy Smith. That's interesting. Has retained his spot in the side with Joseph Manu shifting from fullback into the centres. That means that Josh Morris has been
dropped,
left out. So he's on the extended bench. So their halves, they've got Drew Hutchison and Sam Walker in the halves. I think we've got the edge over him in the halves, to be honest. Their forward pack, Jared Warrior-Hargraves, Sam Verrills, Isaac Liu, Angus Crichton, Satili Tupunua and Victor Radley locks the scrum for them. So they're a pretty handy pack, but on paper, mate,
they can be big.
Their backline's probably a little bit stronger than ours, but our forward pack, I think, matches theirs on paper.
Yeah, I think so too. As long as we've got the go forward.
We'll just mention their bench. They've got Lachlan Lamb, Nat Butcher, his brother Egan Butcher, and Takiaho. So, he's a pretty handy bloke off the bench. Takiaho. Anyway, Newcastle Knights. So, a couple of little changes. Kalen Ponga, the fullback, with Dom Young and Heimel Hunt on the wings.
Dom Young will bounce back this week.
I hope so. He needs to.
He's a good talent, but people have got to remember
he's raw.
He's 19.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's away from all of his family on the other side of the world.
Yep.
The kid's going to be a sensation. Let's just cut him a little bit of slack.
Give him a bit of time. He's no reserve grade, so he can't,
No, that's right.
His teeth in reserve grade at the moment or anything.
But it was only the week before he killed it, and people are loving
He's
him.
had a couple of good games, yeah.
Same as the next bloke. Lay off him.
Give him a chance. Kurt Mann, Anari Tuala in the centres, Jay Clifford and Phoenix Crosland in the half, so Mitchell Pearce is still out. Our forward pack, we've got the Saifidi brothers in the front row with Jaden Brayley at hooker, Tyson Frizzell, Mitch Barnett, and Connor Watson at lock. So that means, I know we touched on it earlier, Lachlan Fitzgibbon's been dropped. So.
Yes. To be honest, I was surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised too. But fair enough. They've got to be accountable for their.
Yeah. I agree,
what
but
they're doing, so-
I didn't think. Yeah, one bad game from Lockie. I thought he hasn't been too bad.
Yeah.
But hopefully this could be a, get dropped and Lockie comes back even
Kick up the backside.
firing even harder than what he does. But,
Yeah.
I mean, someone had to go to bring back in Suaso.
Yeah, that's
So,
our bench is good, isn't it? Suaso, Sue, David Clemmer, Josh King, and young Brody Jones.
BJ, in the lucky number 17 again.
Yeah, so it's a good bench.
More on the subject of David Clemmer. Rumours circulating the stuff today.
It came from the mole.
It was on a few sites. That's why I thought we'd touch on it. If it was just a mole, I would have laughed at it.
Yeah.
But saying that he's not happy, which I find that I know we only see some of it.
Yeah.
But every time I see Clem at the game, he seems happy.
Yeah.
But apparently he's not happy with being put on the bench. But
He started last week.
that's right. But I don't think.
I'll just say, I think if you're going to get Newcastle news, I think the best source is probably Barry Toohey.
100%.
And Barry Toohey came out this afternoon and said, "No, it's garbage."
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, cool.
I always err on the side of Barry Toohey if there's a story.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I hadn't actually heard that this afternoon.
But
so.
that rumour came out months ago.
But-
Somebody said that months ago. Clement wants to go back to Sydney.
Yeah, he wants to go to. Then he wanted to go to the Broncos
Yeah, it's
for Lodge. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It just makes you wonder who has such a boring life that they have to start all these rumours. Is it Barnes Warfield because he's got nothing better than right about?
Buzz.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd honestly, even if it was true, I think the Knights would be stupid to let him go.
Yeah. That's it. He's on 800,000 a year. We could use that 800 on a pretty handy player as well. So
Like who,
if he
mate?
was to go, somebody will pop up.
I'd prefer to keep Clem
Yeah,
personally.
I would too. I'd like to keep him too. But
Not just for what he does on the field.
if he's going, he needs to go. If it's true, if there's any truth to it, cut him loose and I'd throw the money at Dale Finucane.
Yeah. But my point here with the Clem dog is look how he's gelled the Saifidi boys.
Yeah.
He's took them under his wing.
Don't get me wrong. Before when we said who's your favourite players, I said Clement.
That's right.
Favourite players. I'd like him to stay at the club.
That's
I think
what I'm hoping because
People don't appreciate what he does.
that's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, because he kind of looks a little bit slow with the ball and that sort. But he's not. He carries the ball. He averages 160, 170 run meters every game. He leads the league in post contact meters.
I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but I think there was only one above him that was higher in all the stats, and it was James Fisher Harris.
yeah, right.
So that's he's going well.
Yeah, and he's playing less minutes than what he was
That's right. And
in previous years as well. So.
look what he's done to the Saifidi boys.
Yeah, exactly.
He's took them to the next level. He
Yeah,
took
100%.
he took DSAF, and DSAF is now
Yeah, he took DSAF in Origin.
in Origin. Now he's one of the the prime front rowers of the game. So not just what he does on the field, it's what he does to the up and coming.
Yeah, 100%.
Even I reckon too, Josh King's come
Yeah,
a lot better, and I'd say probably put that down to Clem as well.
yeah. I think coaching's a bit to do with that with Kingy as well.
Oh
I
yeah,
think Nathan Brown. Not. I like Nathan Brown. I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but Nathan Brown's coaching style didn't really suit
with some
Kingy's
players.
game. Kingy was in the side as just a defensive prop. He bugger all meters, but he's getting more carries now. He's running more meters.
He's hitting harder.
He's hitting harder. Yeah.
Yeah, I was back to the team list. We'll get off that, but yeah, I feel sorry for poor Lockie. But
Yeah, but he'll bounce back.
But that's
Cream
football, yeah.
always floats to the top. So.
but I am pleased to see Suaso back.
Yep.
Yeah, in the machine that bloke just keeps going.
Yeah, so he had a bit of a hamstring.
Yeah,
issue last
hamstring.
week, so.
So
Anyway,
good to see BJ in there as usual.
Yeah, I wish Mitchell Pearce was playing.
Yeah, so we'll go on that subject too. On one of the game threads this week, I mentioned it, and there was a couple of people weren't happy with me what I said, but it was no disrespect meant to Mitchell Pearce because he's a great player, a champion player, and good for us. But what I meant was, is he at that stage of his career through all these injuries where he's chronic injury prone? You know, where his body's just.
Yeah, he's only, how old? He's only 30, isn't he? 31?
Yeah, but
he's got a lot of wear and tear on him.
That's what I mean.
He's played over 300 games.
By all means, if he, you know, I'm quite happy to keep him. By all means, that's not what I mean because he does offer a lot and a good player.
Yeah.
My point was, you know, with football players, sometimes you get to a point where unfortunately your body just can't take it anymore. I was saying, Kenny, is his body physically able to keep going through for much longer? Or is it, you know, going to be very injury prone? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but, you know, that was just...
I'm more worried about Bradman Best, to be honest. He's injured a lot, so...
But that was just a point I was just trying to get across of, you know, hopefully this is not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's played over 300 games, so it's... I mean, there's no writing off as injury prone, just...
Oh, no, not yet, but, you know, I just was more or less saying, I hope this is not the case.
Yeah.
Because I think he does, when he's there, he changes the team, you know, dramatically, and he's got a, you know, good football brain and brings a lot to the team. But
100%.
let's just
last week against the Cowboys.
So
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You put him with Clifford. There's an awesome combination there. But my point there was, I'm hoping this is not the case. You know what I mean? Where you get certain players after, you know, they start wearing down because their body can't take it. But unfortunately, not everyone has a body like us, Andy.
No. Luckily, there's not too many like us, Jono.
But yeah, no. Hopefully, he's back next week and back to his best, and hopefully we can see that end of the injuries gone.
Yeah, that's right. On the positive, you know, he's back probably next week. Bradman Best is due back
He
next
has
week.
to be pretty close, but.
Well, I thought he might have actually played this week.
So who do you take out when Bradman comes back?
Probably Dom Young, I think.
And then
Dom Young. And Nari Tuala goes on to the wing.
Tuala to the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that Dom's time will come too.
You say that, see what happens this week. And
yeah, true. But if that was the case, Dom's time will come.
Yeah, of course it will.
He's only just learning. And I'll tell you what.
He's 20 in a couple of weeks, I think.
The kid just keeps smiling. No matter what, he just keeps smiling.
Yeah.
Just a very happy kind of guy. And yeah, one I hope we keep for a long time. Anyway, that's Team List Tuesday for this week.
Yeah. So,
and Friday
night, can't wait. It's a great game.
Friday, under the Friday night lights.
Yeah,
Friday. So hopefully, Friday
there's
night.
a few Knights fans up there that can get out to the game and
I wonder if our
Newcastle chant going.
I wonder if our old mate Phil Hogan might be getting down to it. Maybe I know he's up a little bit further,
He's
but
in Townsville, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's a fair hike,
but no, Phil, you know what I mean. If he's well enough, he'd probably get down to it. And now Sean Crawford is another one from up there. I'm sure he'll be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, bold predictions.
Bold predictions.
Oh, we'll start with you, Jono. What's your
bold prediction for the week? Connor Watson is going to bag a double.
Double.
Starting.
I like it. First and second half, one in each. Two in the first.
Two in the first.
Two in the first. Yeah, I like him at lock. Yeah.
I'm going to say Jake Clifford to score a try and kick 4 goals.
Is that just the first half, or?
That's in the first 10 minutes.
Holy hell.
For the game.
What about David Clemmer?
Mate, I'm working on the theory this week. If I don't say Clemmer, he will score a try.
Oh, is he still going to do his nudie run at the moment?
Yeah, I think he's about 3 years in a row. He's on a nudie run, so.
Poor bugger. Yeah.
Lucky he's 6'6", and
yeah.
I tell you what, but I had a bit of a chat with Clem there a couple of weeks ago. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Really, really nice bloke.
Yeah.
And he was having a little joke about Porsche's pom-poms that stuck to his hands.
Yeah.
But,
Did he say what he had on his hands that week?
No, but none of those of you that don't know, my young daughter has pom-poms and, go nights, and as Clem was running out, Clem went to touch high five and her pom-pom got stuck to his hand. He's trying to shake it off and shake it off everywhere and couldn't get it off. So, yeah, I was having a little chat with him the other day and he goes, "Oh, was that yours, little girl?" It's a Porsche. And Porsche said, "Well, where's me pom-pom?" But nah, good on him. He's good sport. And
I noticed you didn't chase him out on the field trying to get it back.
Nah, well,
I think he had you covered.
do you think? You did see me run
I reckon the three of us tried to go at him. He'd probably still take us on.
Yeah, I reckon you might be on something there, Jono, but I ran there the other week. Remember in jeans, and it wasn't real good.
Yeah, your big boots and that.
And me big boots, but I still won.
Yeah, you still won.
Yes.
Wash and dry.
Washer and dryer, and wasn't I? Yeah. Anyway,
Should be washing their jerseys.
oh, look. I don't think they'll all go back.
No.
There might be half a dozen hanging up in the studio next week, but yes. All mine. Yeah, well, I reckon it's a Waso Sue.
HIA.
HIA.
Yep.
And he'll score a try. And Kurt Mann will. And I think you might find Brady Jones will come on 10 minutes before half time and score one just right on half time.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Hopefully we're all right. We put 60 on them.
I'll just take a 24-0 win. Just put it out
Mate, I'd take a 1 point win. Just the 2 points.
there. Yeah.
All right, I'll put it out there, Jonah. You're going to be the scapegoat this week.
Okay.
We win by 60, you get a tattoo.
Done.
Done. There you go. Jono's one. I think you're pretty safe there, dude. But
Has anyone scored 60 this year?
Yeah, the Storm.
Storm. Oh,
The Tigers 66
Oh, yeah.
6 or something, isn't it?
I might go up to Queensland and make them all get the runs just before the game. Put 60 on them then, Jono. No, yeah, be a good game. Looking forward to it, and yeah, thank the crazy lady for coming on.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah,
Great job. Great joke.
Yeah.
yeah, she has a little input each week, and Jono.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure, mate. Jono's now a regular of the show, so welcome aboard.
Welcome.
And Big Andy, as always.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's part of the furniture.
Here to keep you awake.
Oh, that's a job in itself. And thank you, producer Brendan, for all your hard work you do behind the scenes, and floorboy Gary, who's been promoted to executive floorboy Gary.
Does that mean he's got 3 jobs now?
3 jobs.
Let's call him 3 jobs.
And also I'd like to thank everyone for contributing to the page and everything. We're going really well, and we've got a few things.
What's that? Hello. Oh, g'day, mate. Oh, awesome. Yeah, sweet. Thank you. Thanks, champion. All right, see you, mate. That was Leo's brother, John Sayer.
Oh, John Sayer.
Yeah, he's just rung to say that he's going to double the next tattoo voucher. So the next voucher, $1,000. $1,000
Tattoo voucher
at Sayers Inc. So that's an awesome prize.
To kick off the opening of the new shop there at Lake Haven.
Yeah, new shop opening up down at Lake Haven. So a bit tough at the moment down there. What are they in?
Yeah, I think they're still opening, but there's restrictions.
Yeah. Probably tough for him at the moment, but yeah, mate, what a champion!
Oh, champion guy. If you want some art, seriously, you'll be kicking yourself if you don't go and see his plate. Not just is he a good artist, but he's fair prices. He's a good artist, and I tell you what, you'll leave with the most important thing: another friend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, and. Yeah, let's support all the local businesses that we can.
100%.
Help them through this kind of stuff.
Where's he at? Where's the shop at?
Jewelstown Plaza.
Lake Haven, yeah.
And the new one opening soon at Lake Haven. So this is what this is to do with. The opening of the new shop. which you will see us in the new shop soon, getting some ink ourselves.
Yeah, if we can get down there with COVID, but
as soon as COVID goes and that. But don't worry, if you do win the voucher, when it opens and COVID hits again, it's valid. John will look after you as soon as he can. So, if you're already a member of the page, add your friends. Get on board, and this is something. I mean,
$1,000.
$1,000. Like that is a man.
That's crazy.
He's a dead set champion bloke. So hats go off to him, and big shout out to Sayers Inc. and like to thank him.
If the fans do go in and see him, just mention the show as well. Just
he'll look after you.
Shout out, yeah. So
if you go in and say Smith, Andy, Jono, or the boys on the podcast, and he'll
gives him something back as well, mate. That's a massive prize. I think.
It is
$1,000 tattoo.
He's a big supporter of the show, and I tell you what, you would only have to ring up this guy and say, "Look, I need a hand with this," and he would be straight there.
Yeah, good on him. Anyway, it sounds like he's going well too with his business, so that's awesome.
That's right. So anyway, that's us for another week. Also thank Kurt Mann.
Yeah, no, that's awesome to hear, a little bit of
feedback from the boys
from camp. So
yeah, hopefully we'll get him on again soon, and maybe another special guest.
Hopefully next time we speak to him, we're in the 8 and travelling well and had a couple of wins, and
that'd be nice. But stay tuned. Next week I might pull out that little something from my magic bag we're talking about.
Yeah, I think there's some big news coming soon.
Yeah, some big news coming. But we can't. Yeah, good things come to those who wait. So until then, good night.
Once a night, always a night.
Up the red and blue.
Good night.
Good night.